Strat for cash to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And our financial idiom for today, our final financial idiom to round out the month of May, is strapped for cash. Now, this is one of those idioms that it's originally started out just as strapped for, and it applied to not having enough money to pay for things, or money was tight, or lacking money, lacking funds, lacking cash. It was in the mid 1800s, and then it turned to strapped for cash, and over time it meant a lack of resources of any kind. You could say strapped for time, strapped for money, strapped for fundraising, strapped for attention. I don't know, I've never heard that one, but maybe it could be applied to that. But it could be applied to anything that was missing. Nowadays, it could be a lot of things, which we'll talk about in a minute. But actually, they've done studies and they found that 82% of businesses that fail due to cash flow problems or cash flow challenges. So being strapped for cash is a huge problem when it comes to growing and building any type of business or succeeding in business out of the gate. But over time, as you're building and growing and going to the different stages of growth in your business, there's a lot of times when you need money and funding and cash. So I'm going to share 4 ways that you can get money. We've talked about these before, but it's good to keep things in mind and always be looking for creative solutions to resource shortages, right? Nowadays, and due to the COVID pandemic, a lot of the business owners that I know and work with, and a lot of my business friends, especially in certain industries like the restaurant industry, have found they've had to change their formulations. They've had to change their recipes because they can't get enough of the raw materials that they're used to using. I found this in the Italian food business. My primary cheese supplier, and we made handmade Italian food, had a mold problem in one of their manufacturing facilities, and we had to scramble to find a mold-free and non-molding cheese for our products and services, because we didn't add preservatives to our products, and we couldn't have anything that had any type of a food contaminant or mold issue in it, or it would have spread to all of our products and services. So sometimes we're at a loss, or we're lacking, or there's a shortage. Any shortages of anything you need lately? Say, not even just toilet paper or sanitization products that we found in COVID-19, but everyday raw materials and things. You know, the whole baby formula shortage. If you haven't heard about that, you probably don't have any babies in your life, but it's been a big deal for a lot of young mothers, right? I won't even go into my thoughts on that. So is your business currently strapped for anything? Maybe you're having a hard time getting help. I see in the media everywhere that people are struggling to get people to come back to work, or to work for their organization, or to show up for jobs they've been hired for. Now, the people I work with, and I personally have not experienced that, so I'm curious, is that going on out there? Is that really going on in your business or in the businesses that you interact with? I'm curious about that because I haven't personally experienced that. I have had some raw material challenges, but that happens whether we've had a pandemic or not. That happens all the time because the world changes all the time. So what are some ways that we can deal with the strapped for cash situation? And this is probably going to go against a lot of people's grain, but I actually like it when I come against a growth phase where I have to come up with money and through non-traditional means, when I have to get creative, when I have to solve the problem from a different way than I've ever had to look at it before, right? And I actually look at it as a challenge to come up with those resources if the bank says no. Remember, banks, lines of credit are a great source of ways to grow our business, but a lot of businesses, especially as you're getting started, and smaller businesses, have a hard time securing a business line of credit. Small business administration is a great resource of information and access to funding and loans and different types of investment that you can get other people to help you out with in your business when you need to grow and are strapped for cash. You can leverage your community to raise funds. You can look for peer-to-peer lending. There's a lot of that going on. Now there's online sources of funding like GoFundMe and crowdsourcing that never existed before in the offline world when I was building my businesses. It's a great resource for a lot of people. And then, there's raising raising funds for your launches and for the different phases of growth in your business, etc. A lot of times, one of my favorite ways and the ways I like to bring money into my business for growth phases is by sharing equity strategically with people that have the resources and the means and the skills and the abilities to help us go to that next level in our business. But a lot of people are scared of giving away any of their business, yet they'll be one of that 82% that fail because they want to maintain control of their business more than they want their business to succeed and grow. In my experience, that's what I've seen. So love to know, is your business currently experiencing being strapped for anything? Strapped for time, strapped for money, strapped for human resources, strapped for any type of raw material or something that you need in order to grow? Hit me up and share that in the comments below, because I really want to know what's actually going on out there, not what the media is necessarily saying is going on out there, because we know not exactly a trusted source of information these days. All right, if I can help you in any way, awesome. If there's a specific relationship related idiom you want me to cover in the month of June, let me know that as well. Otherwise, I will just do a brainstormed list and randomly pick one every day and we'll just talk about it. Now, relationships, I think, are just as important as finances when it comes to building and growing and supersizing our business, but we'll see if that plays out over the next month as we focus on that in our annual challenge, which is different than supersizing our business. But for my sanity, I'm tying the annual challenge with the Supersize Your Business share every day, just to be consistent. Plus, gives us topics to kind of focus on for a segment of time as we're growing and building our business. All right, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.